Georgia red clay, Carolina pine, blood and thunder running down the line. My daddy worked the Georgia line with nothing but his hands. He didn't ask for much from life, just a little piece of land. They sent his brother off to war, came back a different man, but he stood up straight and faced it all. That's how this family stands. We're red clay running through our veins, born under southern sun and summer rain. You can't buy this and you can't fake it. This is who we are. You either got it or you ain't. We ain't looking for a fight, son, but we ain't running from one either. This ground is soaking something real, and we'll be the last believer. My grandfather's old shotgun hangs above the bedroom door. Not a trophy, not a relic, it's a promise we keep more. I've been to cities up north, seen the lights on every street, but there's something about a dirt road that you just can't buy a beat. We buried 3 generations in that red Georgia ground, and every one of them died standing, none of them back down. We're red clay running through our veins, born under southern sun and summer rain. You can't buy this and you can't fake it. This is who we are. You either got it or you ain't. Red clay running, it don't wash out. Red clay running, that's what we're about. Georgia to the Carolinas, Tennessee to the sea. Red clay running, that's the blood in me. Neon buzzing, boots on the rail. Another night, I got another tale. The neon's buzzing like a bad idea. The jukebox knows my name by now. I've been coming here since Tuesday, maybe Monday. The days all run together anyhow. Bottom shelf wisdom, whiskey never lies. Tells you every truth you've been avoiding. Between the second and the fourth one, you think you're a genius. By the sixth one, you can't find the door. self-wisdom. Whiskey never lies, tells you every truth you've been avoiding. Between the second and the fourth one, you think you're a genius. By the sixth one, you can't find the door. Bottom shelf, bottom shelf, nothing left on the bottom shelf. Pour me one for the road, darling. Pour me one for myself. Her bags were by the back door, engine running, coffee still warm. She had her bags packed by the back door, said she'd made her mind up, couldn't stay. But her coffee cup was sitting on the counter, still warm at the closing of the day. She's slow about leaving, keeps turning around, one foot on the highway, one still on my ground. I don't know if it's love or just the fear of the road, but she's slow about leaving, and I'm glad for the slow. We had words that cut like Carolina glass, things that don't wash off in the rain. But she stood there in the doorway in the morning light, looking like the reason and the pain. I didn't beg, I didn't reach out my hand, I just stood there quiet like a broken down man. The truck sat running in the cold for half an hour. She never once looked down at the road. She kept watching in that mirror like she was waiting for something I forgot to say, I suppose. She's slow about leaving, keeps turning around, one foot on the highway, one still on my ground. I don't know if it's love or just the fear of the road, but she's slow about leaving, and I'm glad for the slow. Slow about leaving, slow about gone. The driveway's empty now, but the coffee's still on. Fiddle screaming, midnight coming, something moving wherever the two roads cross. They say a man met the devil down in Mississippi once, traded off his mortal soul for 6 strings and a front. Well, I've been down that same road, brother, just before the dawn. And what I saw at that intersection keeps my porch light on. Crossroads ain't just a legend, boy, it ain't just a song. The devil's always shopping and the night is always long. He don't come with horns and fire, no, he's smooth as kerosene. He'll shake your hand and smile at you and vanish like a dream. He said, son, I know what you want, I know what keeps you up, I know the name you whisper when the whiskey's in the cup. I ain't asking much, just sign right here in red. I turned and walked back home, boys. You never looked ahead. My granddaddy's old preacher warned us, never walk alone. When the moon goes red in August and the cornfields start to moan. Well, I laughed at him in daylight, stood there proud and tall, till I heard something at that crossroads that wasn't there at all. Crossroads ain't just a legend, no, it ain't just a song. The devil's always open and the night is always long. I kept my soul that morning, but I'll tell you what it cost. I still hear something in the dark for every road I cross. Don't go down to the crossroads, don't go down alone. Don't go making deals at midnight or just go on home. The fiddle's always playing down where the two roads meet, and the devil's always smiling at the souls he gets to keep.
The dust didn't settle, the wheels didn't slow. The market kept screaming what everyone knows. A man hit the dirt while the coins hit the tray, and the world didn't flicker, it just looked away. He saw the crowd walk on without a care. He saw the weight that every soul must bear. The tears weren't just for one friend's final sleep, but for the hardened hearts that couldn't weep. Oh, Jesus wept for the silence of the street, for the cold-hearted engine and the bitter and the sweet. Not for the dead, but for the living in their pride, for the mercy forgotten and the love cast aside. In his sorrow there was grace. Strip back, piano only. It's the casual walk through the valley of death, the inhumanity, the breath. Build back up. He saw the rot. He felt the sting of a world that wouldn't stop for anything. Oh, Jesus wept for the silence of the street, for the cold-hearted engine and the bitter and the sweet. Not for the dead, but for the living in their pride, for the mercy forgotten and the love cast aside. In his sorrow there was grace. He felt the sting. He saw the heart.